So blessings to everyone who's joined this retreat. I believe it's day 4 of the 8-day retreat. So whichever way you look at it, whether it's halfway over or only halfway, or it's already halfway, depending on how you look at how the retreat's going for you. So some of you have maybe it's your first time joining a meditation retreat of this type, whether you're at home, whether you're at a different center around the world, or whether you're residing within Wat Nong Pah Pong itself. This is a wonderful and great opportunity to extend ourselves, to deepen our practice of the Dhamma. Sometimes when we are new to practicing meditation and also the commitment of staying in a monastery, keeping the 8 precepts and joining in a retreat like this, we may find some discomfort, or we might have different type of feelings arise. Like I said, some of you might be counting down the days to the end of the retreat, missing your own nice soft beds, comforts of different sorts, or some of you might be wanting the retreat to carry on. Our varied experience can come in different shapes and forms. But we can always learn something from our experience within this retreat structure. It's as if you're taking on a small flavor or taste of the monastic life of a Buddhist monk or nun for this period of time. We aim to keep precepts and practice with a lot of commitment during this period of time. So we aim to get up early. We follow a particular routine, which is maybe something that we wouldn't normally do in our lives as lay people. So this structure of a retreat, it pushes us, it extends us to try harder in our meditation practice, in our chanting. We learn how to be with discomfort. Maybe where we're sitting is not as comfortable as we would normally provide for ourselves at home. Maybe if you're staying within the monastery, maybe our lodging is not as comfortable as we would have at home. So ultimately, these things can give rise to a sense of discomfort or dis-ease or unsatisfaction with the surroundings that we find ourselves in. But it's a great and fertile soil for cultivating our being able to let go, being able to see our attachments to comforts. This year, I had the great good fortune of being able to sit the exams to become a preceptor. In Pali, we call this an upajjhaya. And the function of an upajjhaya is to give the opportunity to bring in new candidates into the monastic life. So it's a great honor to be able to serve as a upajjhaya. For myself, it's a great honor because I have benefited so much from this monastic life that I've led for this period of time. And so giving that opportunity to others is a great honor. But I also know it's not easy. So at the moment here at Bodhivana Monastery, we've ordained a group of gentlemen into the robes as fully ordained monks. And for a lot of them, it's their first time ever putting a robe on. It's their first time spending a long time in a monastery. And they're learning something every day. They're learning how to put on their robes and go on bindabat. They're learning how to sit politely, wearing the robe. They're learning how to keep the different monastery etiquette and rules and regulations that surround the monk's life, namely the 227 rules of a Buddhist monk. So, but I can also see they're learning so much. Coming into the monastery, even for an 8-day period like you are now, is an intense period of time where you can learn so much about yourselves. Just like the candidates here, maybe have come to monasteries for many years, but having this insight, this, I suppose, behind the scenes look of what a Buddhist monk's life is like has been very insightful for them. Learning about the nuances of the Buddhist monk's rules and regulations. Learning that monks do make it look very easy to wear their robe neatly, and learning how to be without that which they're used to. So whether that's comforts in our life, eating when we want to eat, sleeping when we want to sleep, going on outings when we want to go on outings. All this is, I suppose it's regulated by the monastery and the code of conduct. So we can't just go where we want, whenever we want to. We can't just eat whenever we want to eat. So already this can bring up a sense of discomfort within ourselves. But one of the first things that Luang Por Kalyano, my teacher, he says to me is, when you find contentment within the monastic life, that's when your heart then becomes at ease. When you learn how to find true contentment within this monastic form, that's when you really, you could say you're the wealthiest person in the world, because as Buddhist monks, or as yourselves keeping the 8 precepts and living in a monastery, you have no particular possessions at the moment. You don't have any worldly commitments at the moment. You can give yourself fully to your Dhamma practice at this time. So you're as if living like a monk at this period of time. So you can really take up that, that role for this period of time. Really commit yourself to the different practices that Luang Por Anan has been outlining to us, and take the opportunity to treasure this time, this last 4 days of the retreat. Each and every day you'll be learning something, learning how to cope with the mind that's maybe complaining about the heat, complaining about the mosquitoes. Whatever is coming up for us, we can learn how to work with it, and it can be a avenue in which we can learn how to let go, make our minds more content, and also brave as well. When I say brave, I mean being brave in the fact that we don't need all our creature comforts that we think we normally do need to be happy. But when we come into a monastery and live simply and live with other practitioners who are also committing themselves to this period of retreat, then it gives us encouragement, a bravery of mind. So what we call group energy to help each other in our Dhamma practice. So for me, having spent now this year is my 20th year as a fully ordained bhikkhu, I can say with great confidence that this training that Luang Por Anan has laid down for us really does work. It's a wonderful and beautiful way to live. And I think most of you can all attest to that the practice, if we don't give up, one day we'll get there. We keep practicing with patience and perseverance, and our practice will continue to flourish and grow. I think this is one of the single most important quality is patience. So as you might have experienced over this last 4 days, you may have experienced some meditation sittings were peaceful, some were not as peaceful, but you're still here on day 4. So that's wonderful, that's fantastic. You haven't left to go home, you haven't given up. You've kept that commitment to staying on to the very end of the retreat. And we say that's building your barami, building your spiritual qualities within your heart. When we give up, we lose that opportunity to build our spiritual qualities. But when we persist, when we're patient with our minds, then we gain something. Even though we might not be peaceful, but we know that we haven't given up. We've stuck at it. This becomes a strength of mind, a power to our minds. Just recently, I had the opportunity to travel back to my hometown in New Zealand. I was born in Wellington, New Zealand. I had the honor of representing the World Tripitaka Foundation to gift the Governor General of New Zealand the 80 volumes of the Tripitaka, which was a very meaningful and I suppose you'd say proud moment to be able to, after 20 years, bring the Buddhist teachings back to my home country of New Zealand. So I never would have thought that when I first started this training, went into white, took on the 8 precepts just like you are now, that one day that maybe these Buddhist teachings that I'm learning about, I'd be in a position to then share them with others. So it's a great good fortune that we have this still available and that we can listen to the Dhamma, we can practice the Dhamma. And for me, it was a very great experience that I was able to share that with the people of New Zealand as the Governor General being the representative of the people of New Zealand. So this all comes about through good teachers. It's not through any one individual's successes. It's definitely down to having this great training which has been passed down to us by Luang Por Chah, Luang Por Anan, and Luang Por Kalyano. It's been anyone who is able to give themselves to the training can then gain from the training. And that training is available to everyone. And for these last 4 4 days that are remaining out of your 8-day retreat, I highly encourage you all to really put an effort into your practice and take on board every tool and advice and encouragement that the various Sangha members have been sharing with you. And may you all grow in blessings, and may you all be successful in your Dhamma practice. And for today, I'll just say that much in English and wish you all the best in your Dhamma practice, and keep going, whether you're in the monastery or outside of the monastery. Take what you've learned from this retreat period. Don't just leave it in the monastery, but take it home with you and keep up your practice. And I hope you and wish you all find Magga, Phala, and Nibbana.